Well, Roland, thanks for talking to us. Tell me a bit about the operation that you hold in Northern Ireland at the moment.
City Belfast moved or set up in 2005. Our legal department set up in 2007. So we cover a wide variety of the legal function for the region. I personally hold a position of Deputy General Counsel in Belfast and would have direct responsibility for some of the legal teams there who are largely transactional and negotiation lawyers.
And what sort of factors do you think would have been considered whenever setting up in Northern Ireland for Citi?
I think it was very important to be in a sort of have a common language. A lot of the daily interaction of the staff in Belfast is with the front office in London, so to certainly communication skills, but key features would have been the quality of the talent and education system available in Northern Ireland, a common tax and regulatory jurisdiction which would be common to London, so those were all very key factors in the decision to open up in Belfast.
And what is your opinion of the legal sector in Northern Ireland at the moment, the current position?
I think it's in a period of transition. We're obviously in very challenging economic times, and that puts pressure on all industry, and the legal market can't be immune from that. I think we have a history of providing the traditional legal careers, be it a solicitor or a barrister, but a fee-earning position where you charge for your time. I think in the last 5 years we've seen really the development of an alternative career path for law graduates in Northern Ireland, and I think that's quite an exciting time and would run in parallel with the existing career paths that are out there and have always been there in Northern Ireland.
And in terms of Invest Northern Ireland, whenever you were setting Citi up in Belfast, did you receive support from Invest Northern Ireland?
Invest and I were incredibly helpful in facilitating, Citi in setting up in Belfast, and over the last 5 years they've continued to be partners, and I envisage they continue to be partners in the future as well.
Is there anything in particular that they helped out with that you would recommend?
I think in terms of when you're setting up from scratch in Northern Ireland, the facilitation rule was obviously key in terms of being able to introduce us into local providers or provide the relevant contacts within universities or other suppliers, and obviously they've been very helpful both from a financial perspective in terms of training grants and stuff to allow us to train the staff to the level that they need to be to provide the service we expect of them.
Of course, training is very important, but what about recruitment? What challenges do you face recruitment-wise at the moment?
Well, we are very fortunate in Northern Ireland that we have so many smart people coming out of universities with, incredibly high average calibre. So there's plenty of supply there in the market for recruitment purposes. At a more senior level, the historical challenges have been having people who have investment banking experience locally, so that really drove our legal model in Belfast to try and organically grow a department, and we're starting to reap the rewards of that now.
Or outside of Citi, how have you integrated with the local legal community?
We wouldn't have day-to-day interaction with sort of the local law firms. Our key partners, so to speak, in terms of the development of the Citi function in Belfast would be with the universities, and we have continuous communications with them, attend their events, and try and really provide education as to what we're doing in Belfast and the opportunities that we can offer as an alternative to the historical legal opportunities that have always existed in Belfast.
And as a young person going into law, then what's your advice?
My advice would be to keep an open mind. You're now more fortunate than those who were 10, 12 years ago, who maybe didn't have the optionality to pursue alternative legal careers and an in-house function in big organisations such as Citi. But obviously that people will always want to be solicitors and barristers, so you need to consider all of the options, but they're nice options to have.
And do you have any perspective on the legal area in terms of how Northern Ireland compares with the rest of your operations?
In terms of volume, we're very large. I mean, we probably have in the European region more lawyers than any other jurisdiction in Europe within Citi. the quality is incredibly high. We interact with our front office and business on a daily basis. They are demanding individuals, so they demand a high level of service. So I would say it compares favourably in the same way that the calibre of the graduates coming out of the universities is very high.